Good afternoon, guys. Today, this afternoon, I'm gonna tell you the next Python lessons. I call it lessons instead of tutorial because it is in an informal format, and it's up to us. It's up to me, in fact. What kind of things do I have to tell you, and how deep we will go on with Python programming. And in this next video, I'm gonna tell you modules and classes and functions and etc. I have no idea there will be a long video or not, because sometimes I have to spend much more time to describe the contents of code. If it is sophisticated enough, just I have to spend much more time instead of saying just a few words. Okay, let me start with our development environment. As I said before, I use JetBrains PyCharm utility. This is somehow up-to-date version. I do not remember exactly what the version number right now, but be sure that it is very fresh new. It's issued in May, I think, and as soon as they issue the new IDE, PyCharm IDE, I preferred to upgrade my utility, and from now on, from those times, I use this utility. PyCharm. Let's go with PyCharm. Okay, instead of seeing my face, my birth, you would prefer to see the code right away. Okay, please excuse this introduction. I use it, I see it useful before making a warm-up before starting this heavy course. I can say somehow it's heavy. Enjoy and have a nice time with our course. Yes, this is our PyCharm screen, and as you are familiar about, I use phase 3. Just I have to mention how do I reach here. This is PyCharm entry screen. Instead of creating a new project, I prefer the existing ones. This is the second, and so I have to click on this phase 3. And okay, demo 46. This is where we left. Here is where we left. Okay, in this video, just I do my best to describe what the function is, and how is it used, how is it called, etc. Okay, here I define my function, my underscore function, and there is of course an indentation, and that means within this indentation, within this block, anything can be written, and it's executed and printed out or not, or just calculate something, and it's up to you to do to make it printed. And this is finished here. Actually, just I could prefer to place a pass command here. That means just does not please do not anything, just go. And after that, I want to call my function by placing a parenthesis. Let's see the result. So I right click and make it run hello from a function. Okay, and 0 exit code. It's easy. So let's see another example. Demo 47. Okay, I here define my function fname, and I'd like to be printed something, and one is fname to be input by the user, and there is a string here to be concatenated, to be appended to the first entry. And I would like to prefer to call my function 1, 2, and 3 times. This is my first name, this is my middle name, and this is my father's and mom's name. Okay, just as we see, my function is called 3 times, right? In each time it is called, it's gonna back to the original function and to do what it is to be desired to be done. And after that, if any entry is used by is entered by the user, it's used as a parameter, and it is done shortly. So I can expect 3 lines here, 3 lines, and at each line a parameter to be entered by the user will be used, and then surname will be appended. Okay, let's see result. Okay, Hasan Alp at first command, print command, Zeki Alp, and at the third Muhsin and Hawa, and it is concatenated with this string, surname string, Muhsin and Hawa Alp. Okay, easy, right? Let's go with the next example. In our demo 48, I would like to use function calling with parameters and without parameters. It is seen here that in fact I define here my function, and by accepting a parameter country is Turkey, right? And I would like to be printed some string such as I'm from plus, that means concatenated with the previous one, country, right? Country, Turkey. And there is 3 function calling here. At first function calling, I prefer to use Canada as country, right? And at the second function calling, I use it without any parameters, right? There is no need to enter any parameter by the user, I mean. And at the third line, I call the function the third time, and this time I use another parameter. Let's run the code and see the result right away. Okay, at first calling, I accept the parameters while we recall the function, okay, Canada. And at the second calling, I call it without using any parameters. So that means it's going to be called by using the default parameters. This is the case. Default parameter is used whenever the function is called without parameters. Our default parameter is Turkey. I'm from Turkey. And the third calling, the USA, I'm from the USA. Okay, this is an example for function calling without parameter, or other saying by using default parameter. Okay, demo 48. Here I define my function x, and within the block I would like to do something, and I would like to return the new value of x as multiplied by 5. That means I want the return value as 5 times x. So here it's a trick here. Instead of saying y equals my function 3 and print y, I just said print this. Just this is the material to be printed. What I'm saying is k equals my function 3 print k. Okay, let's make it run. Oops, here. Okay, this is same. It's understandable, I think. This is the long form, and instead of saying this, just we can use the hidden variable like this. This is the k, stands for k, right? Okay. Let me delete here for the sake of originality. And in demo 49, 50, define tree recursion is my function definition here, and within the block there is a comparison, right? If k, the parameters to be accepted, greater than 0, that means a positive number, result equals to k plus tree recursion, open parenthesis k minus 1, right? And what will be done after that? Print result. If this circumstance is not met, if k is not greater than 0, so else result equals to 0, and what about our return value? Return result. So result is the key to be expected as an output for this function call, right? So here I would like to print recursion example results, and after that I call the function with this expression tree recursion open parenthesis 6. Okay, let's see what's gonna be output. What's gonna give the output? Yes. I said 6. So in 6th step, this recursion is performed, is executed, and at first trace, it accepts the first value, and after that, here. It's added to the previous value here. So just after the 6th step, I can see the result here. Okay. 51. Let me make a little bit space here. Here, in this example, I would like to give a sample for a lambda function. Lambda function is another way to define a function. In a lambda function, there is the specific keyword for lambda, and arguments, semicolon, and expression. This is the structure. Let me describe this one. I declare a variable x here, x equals to lambda, this is the keyword, and a semicolon a plus 10. That means after executing this line, a value will be a plus 10. And let's print it, print x open parenthesis 5. That means the result at the end of this line, 10 plus x 15 will be 15. And here I would like to define another lambda function here. Here I make it multiplied by the second parameter, and here at the end of the line, after interpretation by the computer, it will be a times b, and so here I assume a as 5 and b as 6. as it's expected, the result will be printed as 30 as expected. Okay, here x lambda function accepts three variables here, just as a, b, c, and all three variables are used here, implemented here, and will be summed, will be added, three of them, and these are the values to be accepted as parameters. 5 stands for A, 6 stands for B, and 2 stands for C. Let me run this code once again. Okay, at first example, 15 will be printed like this for this part, and 5 times 6 equals to 30 as a multiplication example, and here we've got three parameters such as like this. 5 times 6 equals to 11, 11 plus 2, 13, right? Easy. Lambda function is very easy to construct. Just at left side you place the name of your variable, and keyword lambda, and the name to be used as the variable, I think, independent variable, and this is the function. Just you can express here whatever it is. It can be complicated, such as including exponential expressions, trigonometric expressions, etc. More than one parameter. And here let's go with 52. Okay, I here defined my function. My function accepts one parameters, just as n, and the return value of my function can be anything, including a lambda function, right? This is the trick here. Okay, I define a function, normal function, and the return value for the function can be lambda. Lambda, that means I would like to be multiplied this n with a. Okay, and my doubler function, my doubler variable is my function 2. Okay, here, and I would like to be printed it by accepting 11. So just we can guess the result will be 22, and another line, at another line I defined another my function 2, and this time I prefer to be multiplied once again as a return value, and my triplet function I here declare will accept 3. And I make it printed as my tripler. Okay, let's make it run and see the results once again. Just I can summarize here for the sake of seeing once again, and here. Okay, there are two printing function. This is 22. Yes, we expected, and here 20 times 30, 20 times 3 equals 60. Okay, let's go with the other example. Okay, here I give an example for list. Our cars list include 3 members: Ford, Volvo, and BMW. Here I use for in structure for x in cars. As long as for x is in cars, do this. Okay, this is the block, print x, and here, okay, let's go step by step. I make it run. Okay, at the end of this expression, three brand names are printed vertically. Okay, because we use print X, Ford, Volvo, BMW. Okay, and after that, after the first print command, I use this method, cars.append and Honda. That means I expect that in our cars list and another member will be added, will be appended as Honda, right? Let's make it printed. So Volvo, Ford, Volvo, BMW, so far so good. And after this command, Honda is appended, right? So I gave another example here, cars.pop1. Just you can see the result of the pop method. What is less here? What is absent? Ford, okay. BMW, okay. Honda, okay. Volvo, okay. When we use pop1 and this is the index, the index 1 is popped up, vanished somehow. And here I use remove instead of saying index, just I mentioned the member to be removed in the cars list. I use cars.remove BMW. So after removing, when I print it, I see that BMW does not exist within our cars list. Okay, just as a summary, this is repeated for each members. This is append to the end of the list, okay, and this pops out with the index indicated here, and this removes by saying the member independently, separately. And what about 44 code? Okay, here there is a explanation here. To create a class, use the keyword class. Okay, I declare here by mentioning the keyword class, and this is the name of the class, my class. And within the frame of class, my class indentation framework, I say that this is my variable, and it equals to 5, and please print my class. Okay, and let's make it run after this command. See what's the result, right? To see. Okay, here when I say print my class, it prints this information, right? This information, class, and this is the name of the my class. Okay, this is the structure. And when I say this p1 equals to my class, this is the arbitrary variable name, object name. I can dedicate anything, and I somehow I call my function, but it is class in fact. Okay, p1 equals to my class with parentheses, and I would like to be get it printed by saying this notation, p1 dot x. So x will be printed as 5. Easy. Okay, this is the class definition. This is the object and printout. Here let me introduce your init function. Actually this is double underscore, right? There is not such a single character here, character in the computer. This is two, I mean like this and like this, without any space. It gives this, right? Okay, underscore, ordinary underscore, like this, not like this, not this one, like this. Okay. I declare a class as named as person, right? And define init underscore init self, name and age, two parameters. Self.name equals to name, self.age equals to age. Actually this is arbitrary. I can say A or B. Just in my native language, just I can say candy, for example. Candy means self, in fact. Candy, just to show that there is no difference. Name Hassan and 59, the age of Hassan. Okay, let's leave it as original form. Self means candy. That means instead of saying printing 4 letters, just we could say A. Okay, self, and here I declare name and age, and I here create an object P1 by accepting the first declaration, and this is the second as age. Okay, let's print it. Print P dot name and print P1 dot age, just as we printed. Hassan will be printed by accepting the first variable as name, and this the second as age. Okay, let's use another example here. Here we define name and age once again. Not to give warnings, just we can leave and delete the spaces. Okay, self.name equals to name, self.age equals to age, and I here define another function, define my function. So hello, my name is will be printed, and self.name will be printed as a string after we give a parameter. We give it like this, and P1 here the class is finished, right? After this line, class declaration is finished, and here instead of saying, just we can say okay, P1 equals the person, open parenthesis, Hassan and 59. This is the this is string. Okay, that's why it is under the quotation, it's within the quotation marks, and this is 59 will be accepted as age. Okay, this is the object creation. This is the object creation. P1 dot my function. I here call my function so as to print this phrase, right? Magic occurs here. Hello, my name is Hassan will be printed, right? Let's make it printed. Hello, my name is, and it's concatenated Hassan. Just you can say what about age? Age is not used, right? Okay, in fact in computer memory there is of course data as age 59, as age equals to 59, but it is not used by printing it to the outside environment. Okay. Here there is another example here, demo 57. Here I declare a class like this. This stands for self. In fact, instead of saying self or candy, here I prefer to use z. Z.name equals to self.name, in fact. And my function definition here, just I can print here blah 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 path k.name. Okay, here I recall once again Hassan 59. Okay, just let's make it run. Okay, here it's printed at its first calling, blah 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 Hassan. Okay, there is nothing to be printed the age, in fact, because just within the print brackets, print parentheses, there is only one k.name. Okay, and let me use another object creation, p1.age equals to 6. I say the new age will be variable will be 6c, and after that I use print method once again. New age is comma p1age. So as it is expected, new age is printed as 60. Okay, here just you can see paraphrasing del p1h age attribute is deleted. Just we can use this after we print the value of p1.h, and this also can be used to delete the whole object as a whole, just as by deleting this one. Okay, this will do once again, and let me show that it's already printed to show the thing. Oops. Because it gives error because there is no such a object, right? Because we have already deleted here. Okay, what about the next one, demo 58? Okay, here I introduce you at this point iterators, iteration, in fact. The keywords are iter and next, in fact. Let me define a list here. No, not list, in fact, sorry. My tuple equals to apple, banana and cherry. This is the notation that indicates this is a tuple, right? Tuple. And my iter variable is iter my tuple, and so far so good, but we don't have any idea what's going on inside the computer, so we would like to print it. We would like to make it printed. Print next my iter, once again print another next, and print next my iter. So after we execute this snippet, let me show this. Okay, apple, banana and cherry, I mean three members of this tuple, is printed vertically, line by line. Okay, and I leave it an empty line here. Okay. So here I declare my string as banana, right? And I perform iteration once again. how many times? Six times, right? Because banana word has six letters. So let me show you the result. Banana, all three letters are printed line by line, right? Line by line. I mean, the letters of banana word is printed by means of next my iteration, line by line. And here I would like to find out the length of my string. In fact, I mean, what is the total number of letters in banana? Okay, I use this word. My number of characters in banana word equals to length, my string, and I make it printed to say a number of repetition equals to number of characters is number of chars. This is my variable, and after that I establish my iteration once again. My iter equals to iter my string, and for I in range number of chars. This is the limit. This is the upper limit of my range for in repetition. I put here after that I make it printed and next. Anyway, instead of lots of words, just let's see the code. Okay, here number of repetition equals to number of chars, and number of chars equals to 6, because I say that please calculate the length of my string. Okay, my string banana 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? And what about the other one? Okay, here I establish iteration here, and I make it printed with a prefix letter, right? Letter A, letter B, letter A, letter N, and 6 times. The iteration is included 6 times, and after that the last letter is printed. This is an example for iteration. Where we left. So demo 59. In this example, I declare a class as my numbers, and here I declare a variable self a equals to 1, and I make it returned as self, and here there is another next function definition, and here I prefer to be increased it 1. This notation means that self.a will be incremented by 1, and here the return value x will be returned as the resultant value of x, and here I call this class by saying its name. This is my variable, my class variable, and this is the function recall, and this is the iteration, my class, and 1 2 3 4 times I would like to make it printed. Let's see the result here. Okay, just as you guessed, I'm trying to find out a way to get it printed, to make it printed the line numbers, somehow line numbers. So just I can use iteration process for that, and 1, 2, 3, 4 are the iteration numbers, number of iterations in fact. So just we can use this structure just to print the iteration number, sequential number, of course. It gives sequential. And okay, what about demo 60? In our demo here, I repeat the same, and just you can see this is the same. Just I prefer another way to make it printed. Here there is one important thing here. Define next, this is the definition, and else raise stop iteration. If it is not the things like here, like this, so stop iteration. That means iteration will be stopped and will not go any further. So my class here, I call it once again, my iter variable, this is like this, and for I in my iter, okay, print x. Okay, the result will be in a vertical manner. It's gonna be printed, but here just we can prefer make it printed horizontally, right? Just by using and equals this quotation marks with spaces or without any spaces, okay? And here for x in my iter, print x, comma, and equals to quotation mark like this. Let's make it run. Okay. Here at this the bottom line, we can see as long as the number less than or equal to 20, go on with the iteration and step by step, okay, increase the iteration, and after that it's printed in a single line by using this notation, right? And for the previous one, just I prefer it printed line by line, okay, just print x. This stands for this one. Easy, yeah. Let's go with the second one, the next one. 61. Here I prefer to repeat it once again, just to make it strong in memory. Define greeting and a name as a parameter, print hello. Let's make it run. Okay, actually just before I make a fake, okay, this is function definition. Okay, this is the command to be printed. And how about to call the function? In fact, did we make a call for the function? No. So it is nonsense to expect so as to be printed as a result of execution this code, in fact. So in order to make it printed, I have to recall this function. Greeting Zeki. Hello Zeki. Okay. Without recalling any function, nobody can expect anything as a result of this function definition. This is the rule. I try to tell the funny way. In fact, this is not very crucial, very important thing, but by acting this, maybe can understand much more easily and much more permanently. This is my style, this is my preference. I prefer it this way. Anybody can say that nonsense, but it's up to me. This is my option. Here from now on I'm gonna tell modules. In fact, I prefer indexing as an increasing number by creating this directory, by subdirectory, and by this demo phase. And it is easy sometimes to follow up one by one, not confusing where I left at last time, but somehow it is not very friendly because I have to mention the name, module name by its original name, in fact, just like this. However, I can overcome by saying verbally, import demo 69. Okay, where are we now? We are in demo 62, right? So just have a look at the demo 69. Okay, here just I made a joke to you, but this was purposeful, because without printing anything or without calling anything within the framework of this module, that's name is demo 69, just I give the details. Okay, or anything can be done within this frame of this function, and I desire to be called this module, the module 61, with another module, demo 62. Okay, here I would like to import demo 69, and after importing it, I will use its parameters, its function. I think this is function greeting by using this string. This seems a little bit confusing, but after you watch this instant once again for a few times, I think you will understand easily. This is the main file, right? This is the main Python file, and this is the module to be called by this main Python file. Okay, and this main Python file, I import demo 61 as a module, and I use its function, and by giving this string. This is my parameter. This is optional. Let me see the result after so many words. Oh, oops, it's incorrect. Okay, hello Hasan Zeki Alp. This is called from demo 69 module, and I here accept, I use a parameter, new parameter with this main demo program. Let's go another example. Here I declare a person person1, name equals to Hasan Zeki, age 59, and country Turkey, right? This is another declaration module, I think, just as far as I remember. This is okay. Just as you look at this module code, there is no any printing command or any implementation command, calculation, etc. There is not. How about the next file? Okay, here at demo underscore 64 file, Python code, I import demo 63, right? Demo 63. What about 63? Let's have a look quickly. 3 parameters, name, age, country, are declared here, and it is main Python code, or the main calling Python code. I import demo63 and I use person1 variable as age, and I make it printed by saying print a. Okay, let's print it 59. What about the next one? Demo 65. So here I would like to mention one thing. Just we can create an alias for demo 63 module called mx, for example, instead of using the name's original long file name as a file name. Just like this, import demo 63 as mx, and we can use demo 63 module shortly by saying mx. A equals to mx dot person, and make use of the parameter as age and print a. This is the hint. Alias 59. Okay, just mention here, and I can use this module many times by saying mx. Easy, right? Let's go further. There we go. Demo 66. Here I here import a platform module and platform dot system, and I make it printed, and let's see in a quick manner what is the platform. Platform is Windows, right? X equals to platform dot system, and using the dir parenthesis function, how to use it. Import platform once again, x equals to the directory platform, and print x. Okay, this is the directory, this is the contents of the directory, somehow meaningful or not, anyway, just I can show you. And after leaving 3 lines, okay, 3 empty lines, here this is datetime module. Just this is an example for the case. Import datetime, and I declare here a variable x once again, datetime dot datetime 220 19 9 and 13. I here make it printed, and it gives June and str time format. This is another way. I make it printed once again. Time B. Printed June. Here I would like to be printed the name of the month, in fact. For the curious ones, I think anybody can ask what's the meaning of this. There are lists of the formatting words. Instead of spending so much time by giving extra examples for each of them, I just mention one. This line prints June, the name of month. You can make it printed month, day, week of day, year, etc. And what about our next Py code? Okay, from this point I would like to give some examples of regular expressions. Actually, regular expressions can be considered as a word processor commands. It's up to you, and it's up to your IQ how creative you can be by understanding the regular expressions and available methods step by step. There are so many methods, in fact. You can be much more experienced after using it many times, or just seeing or inspecting code one by one. Those ones that use regular expressions within their content. Here I recall regular expressions module. It's shortly RE, regular expressions. txt is declared as the rain in Spain. This is the string variable, our string variable. X equals to re.search, open parenthesis, quotation mark, and this the dot, and asterisk, Spain, and dollar sign, and txt. Just to give a hint, this is one part, okay? That means the starting will be the article, right? And how about the final, the very last phrase, Spain, asterisk, Spain, dollar sign. Okay, and which string will be used? Of course, txt string will be used. And here, if x print yes, we have a match. That means if x condition is true, and yes, we have a match, else print no match. Can you guess? Is there? Yes, the beginning is with the, and the ending is with Spain. Just as we expected, just we guessed, the first will be printed. Yes, we have a match, or yes, I have a match. I found a matching circumstance. Once again, I want to mention it. This is the search criteria. This sign, exponential sign somehow, the and dot, this is the beginning, and asterisk, and the final string, and dollar sign. Okay, let me give another example regarding with regular expressions. Just I have to import regular expressions module once again, and I kept our string the same. It is the rain in Spain. Okay, this time I would like to find all small parts of the string within this long string. Okay, just I would like to mention one thing. I say here the rain in Spain, but in real world a string can be a whole text, for example, a whole text of a document or a txt document. It may contain more than 100 pages, 100 pages can it contain within a string. And I give a command such as regular expression dot find all ai, the string, small string, and where to search it, where to find it in our string variable, and make it print x. Okay, without going further, let's make it executed and see the result once again. Yes. Syntax warning. Anyway, 29. This is the oops. Demo 29. Okay. Here, find all means please indicate it whenever you encountered this string part, right? AI and AI. It's repeated 2 times within this string, right? So it's printed AI and AI, and just let's go with the second example. Re.search space string. This stands for space. How many spaces can we find here? 1, 2, 3 spaces. Okay, understand? Space means without letters, empty line, empty space. Okay, and print this x start. Okay, what about the other one? I here would like to split the string. In fact, the string here, after executing this command, the string to be split is the rain in space. In fact, that means all three members will be printed side by side. The rain in Spain, right? And here I say splits at the, sorry, this is incorrect, at the first occurrence. That means as long as you find the first occurrence of empty or space character, split it. And after this command, just the is printed as first member, and the rest of the string is printed as a single member. That means our final string will exist, will include two members, the and the rain in Spain, only two members. And here another magic of regular expressions. Just I can say this. X equals to regular substitute, sub stands for substitute or subtract 9 and you please use this string. Okay, that means instead of leaving empty characters, empty space characters, fill in with 9. Okay, after executing this print command, this is printed, right? And just we can go back, go the original case. So instead of printing 9, we could prefer it by leaving more than one space, just like this, more than one space, 1, 2, the space rain, space in, space rain, Spain. And finally, just we can go back or restore the original form by saying like this notation, quotation mark, without space between them. So we can reach the original string after executing the last snippet. Let's go with 69. How about the hour? Okay, 27 minutes we have left. Import regular expressions, and our string is the same once again. And I would like to search AI and make it printed once again. Let's print it and see the case. Here I make it printed the string or original form. Okay, the rain in Spain. And here I make it printed x. What's the value of x? X stands for AI. Where the AI is found first, right? AI. So AI is found within this span 5. Let me show you 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about index numbers. Okay, this is 5. Okay, this is 5, right? 5 is just below the 5. Okay, AI 5 and 7. Within 5 and 7, the letter AI exists. And also it indicates that match AI within this span. What about demo? Oops. Demo 70. Here, just to show you, Okay, use the same string and re.search r, okay, letter S and W plus. Okay, that means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Okay. Okay. It gives the index number, somehow index number. And here I understand at the first run it cannot be understood easily, but please watch my video once again, especially those parts, and you will understand properly after seeing an explanation, after listening my explanations. Okay, in our demo 75.py file, I would like to give examples of file operations in Python. Just as a hint, we can create, we can append, we can delete, we can open and close the files by indicating the proper sub-indexes. Here I declare a variable fopen demo file .1 txt as x. That means demo file txt will be created at the same directory. This is important, and this is created as this is read. This stands for read, and this is in text form. And let's go one by one. Okay, let me show you after executing this file. Okay, let me do this. Okay, demo files. Okay, I insistently try to create once again. In fact, here I created demo file. Let me input something. This is my demo file created by myself. Okay. Where did we left? Is one? No, 71. Okay. So we have already created a file named demofile.1. That's why it gives error. In fact, just I make it dysfunctional, and I did this. Okay. Once again. Demofile takes what's wrong with this? Anyway, let's go the next example. Something went wrong with this example. Anyway, okay, in demo 72 I I have to recheck. Folder. Okay, because there is no folder named my folder. Okay, yeah, here I would like to show you the use of OS operating system. Import OS. If OS path exists, demo file txt, just as we created previously. Demo file txt. Demo file txt. Demo file 1. I found out this. After executing this, it removes demo file txt. So if this rule is observed, okay, if the case, else the file does not exist, and just we can use folder specific folder to be removed by saying delete folder OS remove directory, and we can remove by using this one. Okay, this is the end of this course, and I would like to say something. In fact, at the end of this course, we have learned some stuff, and I see that it's been a long course, and I have to stop the course at this point. And for my next video, I will include much more examples in regular expressions, and I will include some things, especially regarding the using of NumPy, SciPy, and pandas examples. I will show you much more about functions and their calling, and much more about lambda functions, and we'll go much more deeper with regular expressions. And in my next video, I can show you some codes to overcome some trigonometric problems, and much more useful codes. And please do not forget to subscribe my channel, and please keep keep watching my videos, and thanks for your time. Bye now. Keep in peace, and have a nice day. Bye bye.